daughter of promise came forth to me. She inspired me to make some changes in my life. And I accepted most of those changes. And there were some things that I was resistant to. But what I'm here to talk about today is the addiction and the 12-step programs. I'm like Lady, and I think it didn't mention, was it 17 years? 18. See, I know just short, forgive me. All right? I'm a person, I'm just, for 10 minutes, I'm gonna try to sum this up real quick. I took my first drink when I was 7 years old.
Wow.
I smoked my first joint when I was 13. And I hit crack cocaine when I was 16 for the first time. Okay? When I was 7 years old, the reason why I had that drink is because on the east side where I grew up, there was a nectarine tree in the backyard. And the people that I was staying with, they bottled beer and they sold it in the neighborhood. So when I would help them do that, my reward was I would get the bottle of beer. Okay? I never became an alcoholic. Okay? When I was 13, my best friend, we was on the way to school, and he offered me to hit this joint. I hit the joint, and for some reason, I kept on hitting the joints after that, and he didn't hit me. When I was 16 years old, my dad, I love my dad dearly. He was from the street. He called me in the room. He said, look, I know what type of person you are. I see your personality. And he knew that I was stealing his marijuana out of his box. He also knew that possibly I was taking some of his powdered cocaine. I wasn't using it then, but I was giving it to my friend down the street.
Wow.
So he said, so I know that you may encounter this, so whenever you encounter this, I want you to know how to do it right. And so I hit the pipe. I don't blame my father for his reason for where he was. He thought that he did the right thing. In the name of Jesus, I know he thought. So I never blame him for anything because I didn't hit the pipe no more. Right away. I remember, because I have to look at my behavior, I remember taking one of those rocks and putting it in my pocket. I put it in my pig jar and it stayed there for 2 years until somebody came by and asked me what it was, and they asked if they have it. I said, sure, I don't want that. It was no big deal. But at the age of 21, something happened. In August of 1983, I remember, it was monumental. I hit the pipe with some relatives, and something happened that day that had never happened before. What had happened is I crossed an invisible line. The invisible line is the invisible line into this thing this book right here of Alcoholics Anonymous, they call it the phenomenon of craving. What people don't understand is that it's a lot of things that I was doing that I thought I was doing just because I wasn't mentally strong enough to stop. But what this book explained to me is that the invisible line, that if you're allergic to something, if someone's allergic to strawberries and they eat strawberries, they'll break out in hives. Something happens, right? So what happens with this thing? When I hit that pipe that day, something happened where I crossed this invisible line where this phenomenon of craving is the allergic reaction with the chemical, right? Where I have a desire within me, something goes on physically in my body where I crave this stuff, and I'll just continue to seek after it no matter what. No matter what. See, we ain't mentally challenged. So let me explain something to you. I went to my first meeting in 1987. I went to my first treatment center in 1990, but I didn't stop hitting the pipe until 2012.
Come on now.
That's 25 years. after hearing about there's a way out. But see, where I come from, I was raised that anything you put your mind to, you should be able to do. The little training could. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. That type of thinking with an allergic reaction to something is to no avail. Understand? Looking at the 12 steps. It don't make sense, right? Well, God, I'm glad you put me here. But I'm not looking.